I'm videoing today from my new office, otherwise known as my car. It's the only private place I can find now that my 30-year-old daughter has moved back home. Oh, no, she's not one of those kids. She's a doctor who fled New York City before the lockdown, together with her husband, newborn baby boy, and 2-year-old daughter. I suppose that's why my memory has drifted back to when she was 2 years old. One of my favorite recollections is the time I took her to the new neighborhood park. She fearlessly climbed the 6-foot-high ladder up to the top of the slide as I stood calmly by, looking the model of parental responsibility, while utterly unconcerned for her safety. After all, what could happen? She reached the top of the ladder, stepped boldly onto the crest of the slide, peered down the long slope in front of her, and then, instead of dropping onto her backside and sliding down in the conventional manner, she let out a shriek of delight as she leapt over the handrail and out into space. Fortunately, I was paying attention. My reflexes kicked in, and I caught her in midair. I then explained to her the proper method of descent, admonished her to go down the slide correctly, and let her go once again. And away she went, leaping over the handrail and into my arms. I don't remember whether I ever did convince my daughter to go down the slide properly that day. What I do remember is the absolute and unadulterated trust with which she threw herself into the void, knowing that I would catch her. If only they could stay toddlers forever. How old are we when we stop trusting? Old enough, I suppose, to have discovered that not everyone around us is trustworthy. Old enough to have developed the awareness that we have to take care of ourselves. And that's too bad, because while it's true that we do have to take responsibility for our own choices and behaviors, we still need to depend on one another, whether we like it or not. That's why successful communities, organizations, and businesses are built around a culture of ethics. Because when they're not, I'm too busy covering my backside to worry about covering yours. But when we know that we can trust one another, then we're all members of the same team, working together with common purpose, cooperating to reach collective goals, and always watching each other's backs. It's not a leap of faith, it's a leap of trust. And it's the only reliable formula for success. It's a lesson that's particularly relevant today. As we're forced to distance ourselves from friends and neighbors, we're discovering that we need each other more than ever. Let's make sure that we continue to remember the lesson once the crisis is over. Please like or comment on this video and share it with someone you know will appreciate it. I'm Yonason Goldson. Stay well, stay healthy, and stay ethical.